Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Today I have something a little bit different for you. I'm going to be attempting to repair my recliner. Now this is an old recliner. This is a Lazy Boy that I got from my grandpa somewhere around 12 to 15, probably 12 to 15 years ago, somewhere in that time range. It was not new at the time. He was actually throwing it out. So instead of letting it go to the trash, I said, I will take it. So I'm not sure how long he had it before then. So this thing is quite old, probably 20 to 25 years old at least. And so as you can see, this piece here is broken. So this arm is supposed to attach to this arm. It's also bent. I'll slide this over and show you the other side. This is what it's supposed to look like, is this arm just with the screw there. So just from years of use and sitting in this thing, and sometimes I sleep in it, it's broken. So this is a little bent, and I think this one's a little bent too. So I'm probably just gonna try to hammer those back straight, and then I'm going to cut a piece of metal that I purchased at Lowe's and try to just reattach it. So I'm going to use the hole here that you see already, and then in this beam, I don't know if we can see that in there. In that beam, there's a hole right there. So my objective is to stretch the piece of metal from that beam down to, down to where that bolt is, and hopefully it'll work. So I figure, might as well try. If not, it's gonna go to the dumpster, so I can't possibly mess it up any worse than it already is. So I guess the next thing I need to do is try to straighten this out. So I'm gonna go get a hammer and we'll do that. Okay, I'm back. I have my dead blow hammer here. Just gonna try to tap this back into place. Maybe I should take that out first. All right, so we're gonna try to get this off there. Hopefully I grabbed the right size wrench. Okay, the whole thing is just spinning. So, new plan, plan B, we're just gonna cut this off. There's a hole down underneath there, and I should be able to just use that. There's not much room in here to work. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty crazy tight. This is gonna need to be bent in too, but we'll see. So I might just cut the screw off if I can. Or maybe get some vice grips and try to get it out. Let's see. I prefer to avoid cutting it if I can, so if I can get these in there, grab a hold of this, and then maybe get it to turn. Ah, got it. Man, that thing's really on there. It probably hasn't been moved in 20 years. All right, now we're in business. Back to the original plan. Just gonna cut a piece to fit, and hopefully it works out. Looks like we're probably gonna need about 4 inches. So I'll go cut a piece 4 inches just to be safe. Okay, before we get started here, a quick word about safety. I am wearing safety glasses. If you're going to do this at home, don't do this if you're a minor. Don't do this if you're not comfortable with power tools. Don't do this if there's flammable stuff around. I think that's all pretty obvious, but nonetheless, we're going to be using an angle grinder here to cut this off at 4 inches, and there's obvious dangers involved. So scribe a line so I know, and let's get started. should be a pretty quick, easy cut. Okay, next word of caution. Probably don't want to pick that up because it's probably warm. So, next thing I need to do is I need to go measure the holes back in the chair, so I know where to drill the holes in this piece of metal. So I'm gonna go measure those holes while this cools off, and I'll meet you guys over at the drill press. Okay, we got 2 different size screws. We'll need 2 different sized holes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and the distance is 2 3/4. So I'll drill the first hole, and then I'll measure to 2 3/4, and then I'll drill the second hole. Same safety warning as before. This could be quite dangerous. Okay, we are back, and it is time for the moment of truth. I forgot to locate the nut. The nut fell when I took it off, and it's just down here hiding someplace. So I'll need to find that first. All right, guys, I gotta share this with you. So I just spent a solid 3 minutes looking for that thing, and it's right there. You see it? Oh, you can't see it. The wood's in the way. It fell right down here into the chair. So, all right. Now that we've got that handled, let's see if we can get this, see if this piece of metal that I fabricated to fit in here fits. All right, let's give this a shot. I'm hopeful that it works, but I also have my doubts. Oh, I see. I see a major issue here already. So this piece right here was made to go in a slot in this piece. So I'm gonna need to cut a slot in here for that to go into. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Just a little note about safety. I tried to take a shortcut and just drill a hole in the drill press, and the piece got away from me and hit my finger. It just slightly cut open the tip and bruised another finger, so don't get in a hurry. What I ended up doing was cutting the slot with the Dremel. As you can see, the piece fits in here perfectly. It's not super perfect, but should be good enough for this project. So, also a little thing I'm noticing here is these corners on this piece are catching down here on this piece. So I'm gonna go use the Dremel again, and I'm gonna grind these corners off safely this time. Okay, we're back. The corners are shaved down, as you can see. Okay, now slide this behind, and I think I'm just going to try to straighten it with the screw. I might have to actually cut this off. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do that, because I'd probably have to haul this chair out of the room in order to do that. But now I'm not so sure. I might have to cut it off of there, because that's definitely going to get in the way. I thought initially I could just go in front, but I think the way that the chair is made, it actually needs to go behind. So I guess I'm going to have to cut that off. Okay, I'm back. I had to do a little extra work. I had to take a notch out of this piece here because there's a metal stop right here for when the chair is reclined versus not reclined. So I had to account for that, and I had to haul the chair out of the room, and it took a while. But we're back. I think everything is going to fit together just fine. At least I'm being very hopeful and optimistic. So put this piece back on first, and then we will get the screw lined up, or the bolt lined up in the top hole, hopefully. And hopefully everything goes just fine. All right, moment of truth, guys. See if we can get this thing in there. Now, I'm fully aware that it's super bent, but I'm hoping that I can just pull it in and get it to hold with this bolt here, or the machine screw. Uh-oh. This could be problematic. I don't know if it's because it's bent or what, but it appears that my screw hole is actually in the wrong place. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go drill another screw hole, because that's just way off. It's off by at least a length, at least the size of a screw. So I'm going to go drill another hole up in this region here, and hopefully we have better luck. Okay, I'm back. I screwed up the hole, so I ended up cutting a slot. I think you can see that there. So I think this is going to work now. Instead of tightening that bottom one all the way down, I'm going to go ahead and try to stick this through there first, just to make sure that it fits, so I don't have to like take that thing off of there again. All right, see that, guys? That's good news right there. It fits. Put a nut on there to hold it, and hopefully when I tighten that down, it'll be enough. I can get enough torque on it to straighten that top piece out. I have my doubts because there's a Phillips on the backside. I don't even know if I'm going to mess with that or if I'm just going to grab it with the vice grips. I haven't decided yet, but it's about that time. The vice grips are right here, so I think we're just going to go that route. You might only be looking at my hands. Who knows? So far, so good, I think. As soon as we straighten it out, I think that will hold. I don't know. I actually don't even know if this thing will recline or not at this point. So at this point, who knows, right? We're just hoping at this point in time. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten this bottom one up as well, and then test this baby out. Okay, I brought you with me this far. I thought it'd only be fair if I brought you along on the maiden voyage. I have not tested this yet. I have no idea what's gonna happen. So here we go, moment of truth. How did my very amateur fix-it job go? Well, I don't know if you can see, I think you can, we fixed it. We fixed it. Oh man, that's exciting. So it worked. All that work, it took me about an hour and a half to do that. I smashed my fingers. I didn't really know what I was doing. So thanks for watching. Please consider becoming a Patreon if you found this Please consider becoming a Patreon if you found this video helpful. Like and subscribe down below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.